Welcome to the Spiritual Hour. Mad Mix here. Tonight I want to make a cocktail named the Jockey Club. No idea where the name comes from. And interestingly, there are two different recipes out there. One is pretty old, 1920s or maybe 1930, which is in the Savoy Cocktail book. I'm not making that one. That's a gin based with lemon juice, some sort of a French liqueur. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not going to that one. I'm making the Manhattan variation, which first appeared in, I think, 1948, in David Embry's Fine Art of Mixing Cocktails book. And it's a nice variation of a Manhattan. I love making this cocktail. I don't know why I have not made it on this channel. So let's try making that one, right? It's a straight up variation. So a bourbon. I'm using a 100 proof. It's a high rye mash bill, this one. So it's a bourbon, but there's a little bit extra rye portion in this one than your regular bourbon. So this would be an ounce and a half. Just like, and notice it will be ratios very similar to the Manhattan. So this is an ounce and a half of bourbon. You could use another type of bourbon without the high rye mash bill, if I could close this. So that's the bourbon. Then just like the Manhattan, we got the Sweet Vermouth. I'm using a Dolan or Dolan. This one would be about an ounce, so I gotta flip this guy. Ounce of the nice Sweet Vermouth. That goes in there. And then, instead of the Angostura bitters, which go into a classic Manhattan, this one switches to a Maraschino Cherry liqueur. So this Maraschino Cherry comes from Croatia. I forget the region name. But this is a liqueur that comes out of that. It's got a bittersweet flavor. So instead of Angostura bitters, we're going to use about a quarter ounce, which is quite a decent quantity of this liqueur. And on this channel, we've made a few other videos before where this liqueur has been used. You know, Tuxedo Number 2, Aviation Cocktail, I think The Last Word, maybe the Martinez. They're all gin-based, but this guy is not. This is a whiskey-based cocktail. Okay, we got that. Then we're gonna put a whole lot of ice cubes in there. And we're gonna stir it for, 10, 12 seconds to get it down to a nice chill temperature. And to dilute it a bit, obviously. And then it will be a nice drink. Sit by the fireplace, or not, and enjoy it. So there we go, another couple of twirls. That should be ready to go. I'm gonna get a nice chilled coupe, like this one. And let's use a Hawthorne strainer and strain this into this nice glass. There we go. And then we'll use a garnish. Let's see if I got cherries in here. It looks like all kind of syrup. Hey, one! Look at that. Got one cherry. So drop a nice cherry in there. Let's taste it. Cheers.
Cheers.
It is spirit forward. Very nice. I think the Maraschino Liqueur is adding a bit of a complexity to it. Otherwise, it's pretty much like a Manhattan. But the bitterness or the cloves and all those things you get out of the Angostura bitters, those are not there. Instead, there's a little bit sweetness and bitterness coming out of the cherry liqueur. But it's an excellent drink. Cheers.
Cheers again.